Oh, you got excited then.
I did. I didn't know that. Damn.
That's okay.
I'm gonna play out the trailer for our book.
Do it.
Leave now, before it's too late.
Is it getting cold in here?
Hello? Is there anyone there?
Oh Jesus!
You
I was
breathe.
about to.
You can't
I was
just, like, hold
gearing.
your breath for the entire time.
I was gearing up to do the welcome, and I choked on my own throat. Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 69 of Read This Way.
Which episode?
69.
We should have queued up some like music.
It would have been intelligent, but we're incredibly unorganized. No, we're smart. We're not lazy. We just take on too much and spread ourselves too thin and then break
under the pressure.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm currently sick, but I wasn't gonna miss the sexy number episode. So
no. Sick.
Plus the yeah, I'm sick, but I'm not dying. So we and besides, I'm in my little cocoon, so no one can come and touch me and get infected. So that's nice.
What a shame.
I know.
Especially on this episode.
It's what news you got for me, man?
What news? Oh, we jumped straight into it. Well, for starters, the Kickstarter
Cliff Notes. Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a moment.
Oh, okay. We're gonna run the video and then not talk about it.
Yeah, it was just a little teaser. We'll do a little info dump of what we're talking about this app, and then we'll talking about our sponsor for this episode. Which is us.
Which is us.
It's always us.
Cool news. Well, what have we got going on? So we've got a little announcement of a regular series winding up soon.
Yes.
We've got the info on who's doing the next Dragon Ball cover, which is a little bit exciting. We can have a little bit of a chat about Pluto.
Oh hell yeah, man! Because I'm so excited to talk about Pluto.
I've been hyping this thing for ages, and now that it's finally dropped, people get to experience it, which is great, and the response is fantastic. What else have we got? Weeklies. If we get around to chatting about weeklies, the stuff that's happening in Chainsaw Man has been incredibly interesting in the past few chapters. I want to shoot out a word about Tsubame again. That series is really knocking me off my feet. I'm enjoying it so much. What about you? You got any particular news you want to talk about this week?
No, I think you kind of covered most of it. I do want to mention new series that dropped on Netflix that, one that's dropping on Netflix that I want to check out, but it's not out yet. Another one that's we've already spoken about on the show that comes out very soon. And the new one on Netflix, what was it called? Goodnight World. I want to talk a little bit about that. I've only seen the first episode, so I'm just going to give my first thoughts. Spoiler filled because it's the first episode, so deal with it. It's my show.
Filled. First episodes never have spoilers in them.
No, it's literally like I read the description and I'm like, all right. So I watched the episode. I'm like, that was the synopsis for the first episode. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Told me everything in the synopsis.
Exactly what you said was exactly what I watched. So I'm not mad. Exactly what was advertised was what was delivered. So
yeah, I have seen the trailer for it. So, it's on the back burner though.
Nah, cool. We can talk about it then because the trailer is pretty much the first episode. Like I'm not shitting you. You get a little bit more of like characters,
a little bit more talking,
but yeah, it's practically the first episode. Which I mean is good because that means everything past that point will be all fresh and new content, which is kind of the way that they should do it. Unless, of course, the first episode's a bit slower and there's not really any wow factor to show off. You know what I mean?
Ooh, then that's a bad first episode.
Yeah, well, mate, yeah, that's a good argument too.
First impressions count.
That is true. So, without further ado, now. Welcome. No, we already did the welcomes. Cool. Let's just it's a word from our sponsor. There we go. He gets
That's
it.
what you wanted. Spruik.
God damn my brain, man.
The mushy episodes are always the best episodes.
So we are live as of 10 p.m. yesterday. We went spooky live for Lady of the Swamp. We are currently, I don't know percentages, man. We're nearly $1,500
That looks about a quarter of the way. Let's say about a quarter.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Close enough. Why not? Fuck it.
Let's say a fifth because we want more.
That's true.
Greedy. We're greedy.
Oh, yeah. I'm happy to say a fifth. Yeah, let's go a fifth.
I just want it to get out there. I want people to read it. I want people to feel it.
I'm so excited. Well, we can actually go through the campaign a little bit for our never mind, it's not loaded. What the hell?
Awesome. Oh, this is the best campaign I've ever seen.
Oh no, why is it doing this?
Just hit the rewards. That's the important part.
That's a little
yes. Okay, cool.
All right.
Cool.
So let's just go through the rewards then real quick. So we've got the printed edition. So with Kickstarter now, you can just add on pretty much anything extra that you want to add to your base pledge. So you can add on the enamel pin, another standard edition of the comic, the variant covers. Speaking of, we've got the
Look, to anybody out there looking to back this stuff, a lot of this is actually limited.
Yes.
So we don't have endless resource of each particular item. Thanks, Drossie. You're right. Mush. Every day. So grab what you want as soon as you can because it's a very, very good choice. So especially the foil variant. That's, what did Kieran say?
It should be here. Where is it? 25. So there's only 18 left.
18. See, look at that.
Oh,
that.
you see that right there? That's me.
Oh, you got one too?
Shit.
I want one too.
That's me right there.
Yeah.
So you guys better hurry, otherwise it's gonna run out. But it does look.
It looks great.
Sick. Just trying to find that. We zoomed past the enamel pen, which is going to look super cool as well. I mean, dude, I'm just super excited about this project.
I know there's so much going on, and
I know that it might not I might not be emanating that right now, but I'm not emanating much else than mucus at the moment, so deal with that.
Seems to be the going trend. Just so you know, that pin is glow in the dark.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we love.
I'm glad you went with the glow in the dark. We got the sketch rewards, so you can get a free. Well, you're paying for it. Sorry, I read this bit as I was saying the thing, and my brain just went.
That's the thing I'm talking about.
So you can get yourself as a original sketch done by Logan and Kieran, plus all the other items previously. So you got the enamel pin, the 2 variant covers. Sorry, the standard and the variant.
Sorry, I just noticed that said artiste.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It's just
hell yeah. That's hilarious.
Because we're a bit extra. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, dude, it's the numerology. You gotta be up with it. Right. Original page art, so you can get some of the. Well, there's only.
You get some of the stuff I do.
Yeah, before it hits me, actually. So that's interesting.
Before it looks really fancy.
Got some cover artwork. Fancy. And then, oh no, that's the. Never mind. It's that one. That's the one I thought was next. And finally, there is 5 spots to be drawn into the comic, which is always.
Huh? It's not the last one, is it? There's another one after that.
Oh, I forgot about the design your own cover.
Yeah. So you've got 2 options here. You've got the option to get yourself drawn into the comic as a character in one glorious spread page piece that I'm drawing as we head further down the track. Or 2, you can actually get online with me and we will talk our way through designing a cover of your own choosing, and whatever that wants to be. If the Swamp fighting Spider-Man, then yes, we can do that. And we will. What does that include? It includes like you get like 10 copies of it or something like that. It's like a limited run. Yeah, 10 copies
10 copies
of the
one of a kind exclusive.
One of a kind. That's right.
That is
something
really
different,
cool.
Something new.
That is a cool idea, actually. I like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. Good way to stamp yourself on something that's going to be. I feel like it's going to be really big. It's going to be something that will become a household name further down the track.
Let's see if this works.
So definitely jump on board.
It's definitely my end. Something's wrong with my browser.
That's
anyway,
right. That's right. Sorry about the dogs. Dogs are noisy tonight.
Oh, I can't even hear them, man.
Can't you? That's great.
Nah, it's a blatant lie.
Yeah. Every time I sit down out here, it's like, Logan's out there in the space again. Let's verbalize.
So admittedly, I haven't actually kept up with watching Undead Unluck. I'm going to rectify that after this episode. I'm going to go watch a couple episodes. I'm super excited to see where we're up to, though, because the anime's revealed some new casting for the next set of characters. Oh, dude, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun.
Psyched. They got a long way to go, though. They got so much to go through. But this is great. And I'm noticing there's a lot of references to animes that are dropping that are off source material that is either finished or has a really big backlog of chapters versus your week-to-week anime. And people are like, why can't all anime be like Jujutsu Kaisen or like Attack on Titan? And the reason is because the material's not there. They've got to wait for the material to come in.
I mean, there was like 5-6 years between season 1 and season 2 of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, as they changed. Was that when they changed studios or? Man, the release schedule of the anime is so
oh yeah.
screwy.
Well, I think it was they just took on a bunch of other projects. No one thought it was going to explode like it did. And they were also waiting for more content, I think. Like I don't think there was a studio change between 1 and 2 of AOT. I could be wrong though.
No, you're right. There wasn't one. It wasn't.
It was later.
Yeah, fourth season, third, fourth. Yeah. So it's, but all I'm saying is there's a lot of love and craft going into these new series that are starting to crop up, and this is definitely one of them. You know, this studio has taken their sweet time putting this together, and rightfully so, because it's been a really popular and really fun series for the past couple of years. I think that plenty of people will be talking about it for many years to come.
Oh, dude. Andy actually finally popped back up into the manga.
Finally got back.
Well, I feel like they're about to like put another layer of like meta commentary or something. I don't know. They're about to do some crazy shit again. And I'm excited. I'm excited for it, man. Ichinose is wrapping up next week with chapter 48.
This excites me.
Series. I love this series so much, and yeah, it's going to be such a different ride reading it all in one chunk.
That's the thing. I stopped in the 20s, and I'm really excited to actually buy the Tankobons and read it back to back. So I think it's going to be a series that really shows its true colors, reading it back to back.
Yeah. Really fun mystery. Oh, that'd be cool. Actually, I've been seeing the Chainsaw Man box set around, and
I saw that.
Have been very
last
lax.
week.
I've only got the first volume, so yeah. I'm like, I mean, I could always read Gift Volume 1.
Definitely. The box looks great.
I mean, it's not as cool as some of the other like box sets that I've got because like there are no real extras apart from a poster, which I will admit the poster looks fucking amazing. You know, the
sexy,
the really where he's like full Chainsaw Man formed up and he's got all the intestines around him and they're all like hyper colored. It's that one.
Yeah.
I can't actually remember. I think the other side is Denji in front of the door.
Ah, nice.
Like the posters really nice.
That's a really good piece of imagery. That.
Yeah. But the box itself looks nice, and it comes with all of part 1. Oh, actually, if anyone wants to get the One Piece manga, Big W, super cheap. Oh my god. I didn't know they stocked manga, but it's like $190, usually $300.
For what per
box set? Yeah, there's currently 4 boxes. I think they've also got Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
4 boxes. Oh, that they've got. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, there's only 4 box sets currently.
Really?
Yeah. The 5th box set will be like once the.
Why am I surprised by that? Why does that?
Because it's kind of like
their box sets are massive, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's like 20-something books.
Yeah. Might be worth getting just cause.
Oh, dude, I've got the
one
first
day I'll
3.
Because I'm a completionist and I like to keep things on my shelf.
It might actually be finished by then.
Nah, man. You know what he's gonna do. This is the plan. Is he's gonna keep making it up until the final volume, and then he's gonna die.
No, don't.
Before he releases the final
You
volume.
shut your whole mouth. Where are we?
One Piece is the friends we made along the way.
Man, I would love it if he Oda trolls with the fan base quite a bit. I would absolutely adore it if he just does that just to piss everyone off. I would appreciate that as a ball.
That's a Toriyama move right there. You gonna scroll down a little bit there for us? Because
I was
that's
trying
a nice
to
little announcement there.
There we go. So yeah, the first box set's 23 volumes.
Yeah, that's a wad of comic book right there.
It's like 4,000 pages. Next one's like 24 to 46, which is again nearly 5,000 pages.
It's a lot of comic.
It's a lot of comic, man.
And that's cheap. That's really cheap.
So cheap. 47 to 70, another 5,000. And then the current, which goes up to the Reverie arcs. So not even including... So the next box set will be all Wano.
Yeah.
So 71 to 90, and that's again like 4,300 pages. So it's actually a little bit of a smaller box set, that one.
Yep.
There we go. Sui Ishida is going to be the next mangaka doing the Dragon Ball Super Gallery project next month. So I'm super hyped to see what he comes up with.
Hype. It'll be really interesting to see what he comes up with.
Speaking of, Gege Akutami did the last one, and it's
So
fantastic.
goofy. It suits his personality so well.
Yeah.
Even though his stuff is it's just so goofy. Everybody takes it seriously, but it's just the goofiest thing around.
It really is. Like, I think I sent you a picture of last week. Or no, was this week's, but I read the leak, so I sent it to you last week. With what's his name? Ghetto fighting the comedy man.
Oh yeah.
And they have like a staring contest, and he just like pops his brain open. Comedy gold.
Yeah, I was actually kind of wondering what that was. I'm just like, what? That looks like it's straight out of Golden Kamuy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really flexing those comedy skills at the moment, and I'm super hype about it because this character is one of my favorites. He's just a throwaway side character that like appeared in this arc. He's just fun, man.
This arc or the last arc?
No, it was in this one. He started in... It was after the Shibuya incident, because now they're doing like the culling game. So he was one of the contestants in the culling game. I guess the culling game's kind of finished now, but we're still in the end of it. Technically,
I think it's been running for since
like a year,
last
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think about it, that's only what, like...
It's one big battle.
Yeah.
Because it's just a battle. It's just one big battle.
Yeah. And while they're doing their punch fighting, they're doing some punch fighting over there.
Yeah. They're all punch fighting. And
quips. So many quips.
So crazy and weird.
Tis Time for Torture Princess has got a new trailer. That's it there. Can't show you though. This looks like it's going to be really fun and wholesome.
I think so. I've read a little bit.
I didn't read much of it. But I feel like this is going to the similar category of that like warm, feel good, fill your cup anime is what I like to call it.
Yeah.
Wholesome as hell.
I'm just.
But I think this is going to be funny as well.
What chapter are we up to on that? It's been running for a little while.
Like, I feel like somewhere in the 70 range.
70s? Yeah, I was about to say in the 70s.
And this is a Manga Plus. How wrong were we?
Oh, we were so wrong. We're on chapter 207.
Oh yeah, well there was a 7 in it.
So far wrong.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Oh, Ghost Girls hit off again this week. So
Ghost Girl?
yeah, it's that he was on hiatus for a really long time. The series has been on hiatus for about a year.
Which one are you talking?
A year and a half. It's about a girl who develops superpowers essentially.
Oh wait, Ghost Reaper Girl?
Yeah.
Ah, right. Yes,
Yeah.
Sorry.
We were talking about it the other week that they were coming off hiatus. So the first new chapter dropped this week.
Nice.
Yeah, as a side note. But yeah, it's good to see that.
Is that the amount of views on that particular chapter on the app? Or is it like
I guess
total views? I'm not 100% sure what that means.
I would say that's total views. So 30.6K.
Like it shows comments when you go into the chapters. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I was just looking. Chainsaw Man is clear above and beyond like the top dog in
Coming at
minus
331.2K reads.
Until you hit One Piece, Jujutsu.
Jeez, Dan's still pulling some decent numbers at 131.
Yeah, it's up there with like Sakamoto.
Oh my god, Lemire, the Lemire company is getting an anime, right?
Yes.
It's on 17.2.
God damn it.
And Dan's on 131.
Yeah, but they've got to shut up.
They're also 30
Kaiju's
to 40
209
chapters ahead.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Logan,
I know.
We're going down a rabbit hole.
I know. This is a rabbit hole. This is terrible. Jujutsu's sitting at 479. Wow.
The Elusive Samurais hit 2 million copies in circulation now. I
just saw the One Piece number.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking huge, isn't it?
733.
What? I was like, oh yeah, Chainsaw Man's doing good numbers. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sakamoto Days.
Yeah, the Sakamoto's out and about.
4 million copies. So we got Elusive with 2 million, Sakamoto with 4. So hang on, wow, it's only one volume different, and they're like 2 million copies difference. That's really good for Sakamoto.
Sakamoto's doing well. It's been a really consistent player in the market.
I do feel like the Elusive Samurai is a bit of a special niche.
It's a niche market.
Yeah.
Not everybody's a samurai person. But everybody loves contract killers in comics.
Spy Family Code White is out December 22nd.
Yeah.
These are the volumes coming out in January of 2024. So we got volume 25 of JJK, Mission Yozakura Family, volume 21, Me and Roboco 16, 15 for Sakamoto Days, Cypher Academy's out with its 5th volume, Kill Blue is getting its 3rd, Martial Master Asumi volume 2 will be out.
Mate, you're going hard.
Then we go into the Jump Plus titles. We got 2.5D Seduction, Byokaku Battery, Tis Time for Torture, Dan to Dan, volume 13. Wow, we are so behind.
Yes. Yes, because I bought the most recent copy recently.
5?
It was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
No, I think it's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are so far behind.
Otoko Zaka, Make the Exorcist Fall in Love, Volume 7, Kindergarten Wars, Volume 7, Tokyo Underworld, More Than Lovers, Less Than Friends. That's not the title.
Double skeleton.
Skeleton Double number 4.
No, it's double skeleton. 2 skeletons.
I don't know how I feel about that. Service Wars number 4,
Service
Janji,
Wars still
Vibration
going.
Man. Yep, apparently.
Did you read any of that?
Nope.
I read the first chapter. I'm just like, this is not my jam.
And Bloom and Love, Volume 2. So that's everything coming out in January. So that's a crap ton of titles from just one publication company.
Yeah, so if you feel like you don't know what to read or there's nothing to buy, guess what, people? There's a lot to buy. There's a lot to read. Everything, all the time, all at once.
Now, this is why I wish we got the Jump Giggers. Apart from all the comic shit, they get so many freebies, like One Piece bookmarks, My
And
Hero
posters.
Academia covers,
What?
sleeves and stuff.
Aw.
Posters, stickers, clear files. Like, damn, son.
This is not fair. It's not fair.
BS. Maybe we should start an import company that just deals with this.
We just need money, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jump Next Wave is another one of their. So I think. Okay, so I think they are publishing the
one shots
the one shots for the new series in
Yeah.
Jump Giga. That's my understanding of this.
That's what I read.
Also, I haven't read any more of this. I haven't caught up with the last chapter, but goddamn, this is the best anime I've ever read.
I haven't read the latest chapter.
Not of Mama Yu, but I have of
Kagurabachi.
Kagurabachi. Yeah. I keep forgetting what it's goddamn called.
I keep forgetting until I remember. It's one of those. It's
really,
you know what I mean. It's like you're like, I have no idea what. Oh yeah, it's that. It's just one of those names where you either have it or you don't. It's kind of annoying because it's so similar to so many others. Not like the last one we tried to guess. What was that?
I don't remember
either. The Osamu Tezuka title with the demon.
Dororo.
Dororo?
Dororo?
Horror?
Yeah. No, it's Dorrrr.
Not to be confused with Dorohedoro. So much.
And what's his name? Asta will be back in the winter volume of Jump Giga. So that's. I heard they still publish him in the app. I'm sure they will, but
that'd be nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
I just it's real painful that we don't get all this stuff.
I know. Look at it all. So much of it.
Surely enough they'd have access. They don't need to translate it. Just send it over here.
I mean, most of all.
Happy.
God, there's so much video stuff. Have you heard anything about Fabricant 100 ending, or are we just getting an extra special chapter being published in Jump Plus?
I don't know. It would be unusual for Fabricant 100 to be ending now, considering it's a few chapters in now.
Nope, it ended.
Series will commemorate the joint release of its final volumes 4 and 5.
Okay, yeah, it finished in September. How did we miss that?
No, I've been talking about it for ages, but nothing technically looked 100% concrete. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they like
and because we don't read the series, it just disappeared. We don't. Yeah, we don't.
I
Even
don't remember
notice.
seeing anything.
No.
Yeah, but it finished up 4th of September. I thought it was still ongoing.
Yeah.
Oops.
There you
go. Come to us for all your anime manga news.
Yeah, we keep up to date with everything that's happening all the time.
My bad. So yeah, looks like everyone's getting special chapters for their series now, which is nice. Tenmaku's getting one too. I can't remember when that's coming out though.
Shouldn't have even fucking.
I know. Fucking Rurouni Kenshin, god damn it.
Yeah, that shit's still running.
Blood Blockade Battlefront. I've forgotten what the other title it has.
I've tried to watch that 3 times.
Oh, dude, it's one of my favorites.
It's a bit slow. I don't know what it is. There's just something about it that just.
I think it really
keeps blocking me.
I feel like it's the supporting cast for the show for me.
I feel like the whole thing is supporting cast. Like,
yeah,
the cast is too big. There's no real defined focus.
Yeah, the main dude, but
yeah, but early on they don't really give you like any information. You just dunk straight into this landscape with no information, which is something I do regularly in my story writing.
Yeah, and Pluto.
No, you've had years and years of backing on that one.
Yeah, but no, as a standalone project, it just dumps you in.
No, it doesn't, because it's technically not a standalone. Because anybody who's interested has seen what Astro Boy's about.
What if they're 10? What if they're 12? What if it's your son
who
hasn't seen anything?
I will slap him if he hasn't watched Astro Boy before watching that.
I mean, I haven't seen the part of Astro Boy that this is derived from. But...
Yeah, the one that I kept talking about.
Yeah. Anyway. Excuse me.
I think we've gone back.
Not quite now. I said Girl Volume 1, Tenmaku. Is it? I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we've gone back a bit far now.
Yeah, because there's
that information there.
Yeah.
You're still scrolling, man. Just let it go.
That's it for news.
That's it.
Which, I mean, we already kind of started, so let's just jump straight into Pluto.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's segue across. Oh boy. Did I tell you? Did I tell you?
I have only still watched the one episode.
First, you don't need to watch the rest of it. You've watched the first one.
No, I do.
I know you need to watch. I know you need to watch it, but for this particular episode, we just needed to watch the first episode. So one of my biggest concerns with this was how were they going to cram everything into the space of what we would be receiving. 8 episodes. I'm like, no way. There's like, what was it, 12, 13, 14 volumes of this? There's no way they could cram this into one season.
And then they were like, lol, 8 1-hour movies.
Oh boy, was I not expecting this.
Holy shit. So yeah, there's 8 episodes, but each go for over an hour.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, there's 8 volumes. So they pretty much did a volume an episode. Yeah. Cool. That is cool.
Yeah. And it is beautiful.
Do you want to tell people what it is, Logan?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot about that. Right. So Pluto is a story by, I will tell you in a minute, which is set in the Astro Boy universe, or the Mighty Atom for those who technically know him from the original Osamu Tezuka manga. It's a fascinating world.
Okay, so it's a joint project between. Oh, hang on. I'm really confused.
Yeah,
So
it is a little bit confusing.
So we've got written and illustrated by Naoki Urasawa.
That's the one.
But at some point, and I'm not entirely sure when, Takashi Nagasaki comes in to help with writing.
Yeah, maybe. Now, Naoki Kurosawa, Naoki Urasawa is responsible for the very, very popular series 20th Century Boys and 21st Century
and Monster
Boys and Monster.
Billy Bat. Well, I don't actually know that one.
The guy's been around for a really long time, and he's produced manga that is synonymous with character development, emotion, depiction of, feelings, essentially. And all of his work centers around, human emotion and the way it works, which is super fascinating because he's tackled a story that is vastly artificial intelligence and robotic based. So Pluto is a story about a detective who is investigating a series of murders, both human and robot, in the Astro Boy universe, which is a universe which is kind of utopian, where robots and humans live side by side, but there's still a little bit of friction in the background. And you get that sense of friction a little bit in the first episode.
I know that it's weird to say this because, like, it's based on a series that was from the 80s and it's an adaptation of a series that's been around since, like, early 2000s, was it?
60s. I think Astro Boys was way back.
Was it 60s? Yeah, actually, you're right. I really undershot that, didn't I? Yeah, 2003 was Pluto. But I'm getting like a lot of
wow. First published in Shonen 1952. And then lasted through 1968. 112 chapters all up.
So from just the first episode that I watched, it kind of reminds me of like Psychopaths and Ergo Proxy.
Yeah.
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 Did you watch Ergo Proxy?
But yeah, I reckon I watched it, but I didn't watch all of it.
Oh, dude.
I think
I'm actually, now that it's made me think about Ergo Proxy again, which I think it would have been, Ergo Proxy would have been animated around the same time, I think.
As what?
As Pluto was doing manga, being a manga.
Oh, being released.
Yeah. It was 2006, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say Pluto's not too old.
No, it was 2003.
2003.
When it started.
Time passing quickly.
Oh, wow. So the manga for Ergo Proxy was kind of co-produced. So it wasn't it was a anime first. That's cool.
Oh, there you go. That's interesting. Yeah. So basically the series is this like this weird mix between utopian robotic human landscapes with this really heavy noir undertone that's pulling it along. So with the main investigators, he's a really fascinating character because he's probably one of the most human robots to ever been developed, which means that a lot of the other characters, humans, and well, not robots, but humans tend to mistake him for a human, which is a fascinating concept in itself. And through that process of being treated as a human, he starts to feel the same sensations that humans feel. So his artificial intelligence starts to almost attune to and become human, even though he knows he's a robot. So it's this weird blurred line environment. And from the get-go, and you would have noticed this from the first episode, they talk about the drain of fatigue and the feeling of being worn out and the feeling of, put under stress, which, machines can be put under stress, but do they feel, general anxiety and have dreams and have all those issues?
Do androids dream of electric shapes?
You see, that's and it's that blurred line that they're talking about here, where does
I was
the line
really interested
drawn?
in that dream, the plot line for the dream with his mechanic,
and it will continue. It does continue through, and he goes back and he has another, I think, 3 conversations with the psychopathic robot that's underground.
Oh, the Silence
the
of the
Hannibal
Lambs shit.
the Hannibal Lecter style interview, which he's clearly a fan. Yeah, he's a clear fan of Hannibal Lecter and that particular movie, because
what was he, the first robot to kill? Was that
the only robot to kill a human?
Technically not incorrect. No, actually, technically you are incorrect, because isn't Pluto also going around and killing? Isn't that the whole thing? Oh.
If this guy's read it,
was it the detective all along?
And that would imply that it's a robot did it. Yes. But it's a spectacular murder mystery, and the great thing is Urasawa's exceptional at drawing out that process of whodunit. I mean, 20th Century Boys was like an absolute mind bender from get-go to end, and you're constantly guessing who the antagonist is throughout the entire series, and then he slaps you in the face with, oh yeah, this guy wasn't even in the story.
No, he was just a random dude.
Yeah, and he does that, and he keeps you guessing. He keeps giving you the evidence and pushing along and giving you more evidence, and you're being given what the investigator knows. So you're being presented with all these facts, so you're constantly guessing and wondering what's going on. Now, if you've watched the original Astro Boy series, you're familiar with the arc that happens during this particular set of films, but it still doesn't give you the full gauge of what happened. And this is a much more detailed look at what actually happened. And I guarantee you, you will feel awful at the end of this. I'm not shitting you.
Oh,
when that last bit comes in, and those final scenes come in.
You finished it now?
Oh yeah. I haven't finished watching it.
Oh, okay.
I remember the end of it because it was it absolutely broke my heart watching
Thanks for the heads up, bro.
Yes, that's all right. I mean, the first episode's already made you fucking cry.
Yeah. Oh my god. Can we actually, just really quick before you deep dive about how amazing it's going to be, that scene with the first half of the second half of the first episode, because isn't the whole thing is that there's like legacy robots that that someone is taking out.
Yeah.
And that was one of the legacy robots.
Yes. So two legacy robots die in the first episode.
Yeah, so you got the dude from the Swiss Alps.
Yep.
And the the murder weapon that wanted to learn the piano.
The pianist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically these are war heroes. These are all robots that were developed and designed as weapons during the war. And when the war ended, they stopped developing weapons. So robots became very purpose-built after that. And nothing was given the extent of power that they were given, which is why Astro Boy was such a big topic of conversation when that was happening, because he was essentially a legacy robot, a brand new one,
right,
when he developed him, because his power core was beyond what a general robot is. So yeah, you've got someone or something going around challenging and destroying all these other robots that have some sort of historical point of being the strongest of robots that are, which is what the mystery is. It's like, who is doing this? Why are they doing this? What's the reason for it?
I knew that they were going to do it, but I was like, God damn, this old man's really pissing me off. I'm going to really like him, and he's going to die, and he's going to make me cry. Wasn't right about that part, but I did cry. It's like, Jesus, man.
And it's the emotion, right? He draws this emotion out of you with the characters, and he makes you get attached, and in such short periods of time.
It's that heartbreaking dialogue as well, where he's all like, it's the psyche breaking, where it's like they don't want to believe what they've just seen, and they're just like going on as normal and just like repeating like normal day-to-day shit while they're like starting to tear up, and I'm like, nah, you shut your mouth.
You stop that right now.
Don't tell him to come in and for his piano lessons. He's clearly not okay.
It's exceptional work. It really is. Really beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
And I am so super happy that they have taken the time to produce what they've done. Because the animation, speak about the animation, because the first half is so different to the second half. Right?
It's really funny. So I was watching it. I forgot to tell you this. I didn't realize that my net was really shit. And so like the first like 20 minutes, which is pretty much like the first part of like the series, like with the detective, it was stuck at like, is it like 410? The one before 720.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So they're going for like that real like old school look.
It looks like shit.
And then I got everything working, and so for the last like 5 minutes of the detective scene, I was like watching it crisp as hell. I was like, oh, nah, fuck, we're watching it, but okay. Yeah,
because the first half of it is like this real loose but cool vibe with funky soundtrack and real noir undertones. It's got a very in sort of vibe with
it to me felt like a cyberpunk noir.
Blade Runner. It was Blade Runner, and it was it's like a clean version of Blade Runner. So if Blade Runner was not gritty, and it was taking place in a world that was much cleaner and more vibrant.
That's the big clear difference between it and Ergo Proxy. Actually, I was trying to think what it was when I was mentioning it before. Ergo Proxy is a lot dirtier, grimy, gritty.
That's right.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look anywhere near as utopian as Pluto's.
Yeah, which is what Pluto's meant to be. It's meant to give you that sort of Star Trek style vibe with the dark underpinning that's in the background.
Everything's perfect. Oh no, what is that?
Are you sure it is? What's that explosion?
Everything's perfect. Nothing could go wrong. Oh my god, what was that nuke?
Oh, and how about the scene where the wife puts her memory chip, her husband's memory chip in?
I hated it and I loved it, but it was so bad. And then it was okay, and I'm like, all right, I'm okay with this.
Who chose to give robots feelings? Because that was a really bad choice.
That was not okay. And yeah, I think you nailed it again. Even as the audience, you forget that the detective isn't human.
Yeah.
Like there's moments where you're like, oh shit, yeah, that's right, you were a robot.
Yeah. He's been designed in a particular way to make people feel comfortable around him, so they talk around him. But at the same time, he has all the flexibility and functionality of what a robot is. So it's really fascinating to watch this breakdown, and it's going to be great to watch it break down even further as you watch episode to episode, because no doubt I will be hearing all about it.
Yes, I will try and watch the next episode by next, and we'll do this.
Yeah.
We'll
we'll review next episode next week.
Thank you.
No problem.
Which trash do you want to talk about first? Because I feel like one of the trashes is actually pretty well written so far.
Did I watch both trash?
Well, you didn't watch. You watched the trailer.
Oh yeah. I think we can talk about our regular trash.
All right, we'll talk about 7 Spellblades then.
Yeah. We're almost done. It's almost there.
No, what? No, we've still got like 4 episodes left.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're right. At 2 times speed, it is way better.
This series sucks.
You know what? Despite how crap everything is, because it is now starting to show cracks. Before it was like, oh, cool world building, and we've got a little bit of character information, stuff like that. Now it just feels like they're skipping entire components just to push the story forwards, and they're just pushing it really hard, and they're breaking rules of what the world was built to do in order to push the story forwards in the direction they want. Whoever is doing the English voice acting for the redhead, the Ron character, is hilarious. He's going full force, I swear. He's probably the most entertaining character out of a lot of them, simply because the VA is just going nuts on the whole thing. But it's just rubbish. I can't believe how much rubbish they can throw on the screen. Animation's fine. It's still carrying on.
It had its moments. This episode.
Studio's doing okay.
I didn't really understand the whole subplot with the angry dude with the bees. What the actual?
I'm sure we'll hear more about that later.
I
don't
am and was so lost. I was just like,
Now this episode
was he not? I thought he was like working for the other girl's family. And so then when he lost, I thought he was going to get like reward. And then he got tortured by his dad. I was so confused. And then the girl's family got murdered by them or some shit.
I don't know. I really stopped paying attention to any attempt at character development on it, because it's just everything is designed after the fact. It's like they've gone, okay, we're going to have a battle between wizards. And during this battle, they're going to explain why they're doing the thing they're doing. And it's just everything feels like it's after the fact instead of pre-planning. It's a knee-jerk reaction to whatever's happening on the story. It feels really uncomfortable. And this particular episode has proven itself even more to be that knee-jerk reaction, because the samurai girl she split personality. We had 2 personalities in this episode, which was the the hardline cold killer, and then we had the caring, friendly character. It's just like she keeps switching from one to the other. It's like, oh no, there's no point going to save that person. They're dead. Like the first half of the episode, she's just like, no, they're dead. There's no point. And then the second half is like, yeah, let's go save them. She just flips. Boop, 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 boop. It doesn't make any sense.
And then there was the post-credits scene where everyone got grabbed by tentacle monsters. Did you watch the post-credits scene?
Which episode did you watch?
11, the one that you told me to watch.
Didn't they get grabbed by tentacle monsters at the end of 10?
No, it says I'm watching episode 11. Looking at it now. The fight wraps up with the dude with the bees. I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. Crazy lady samurai bitch did it. Oh yeah, and she's an elf. And then he gets grabbed by a gross tentacle monster along with werewolf boy, and the reversey, and turns out as the succubus girl. Did I watch the wrong episode? Did you watch the episode?
I don't know where I'm up to. So we're in this situation. I think I've watched 10.
The episode I watched is called Duty.
That's 11, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the next one is Possibility.
It's not.
Because for some reason
English.
I've got
it's English done by Japanese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even acknowledge that. Cool. I thought we watched that episode last week with the bees and the. No, that wasn't because I'm an episode ahead of you again somehow.
Oh.
Maybe I'm just rushing to get this thing over with.
The last episode's called Rasto Songu. Last song.
Yeah. Rastu.
Rasturu. So it's fucking serious.
It's so funny. It's horrible. Don't watch it. Don't torture yourself.
Okay,
but if
so
you want to keep up with what we're keeping up with, go for it.
2 new series coming to Netflix. So on the 17th of this month, we've got the Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, the animated series of Scott Pilgrim. But
is it anime?
Yes,
Wow.
I'm calling it. I don't care. It's Avatar's anime, so is Scott Pilgrim. We're talking about
look. I argue that Scott Pilgrim is so heavily influenced by video games and anime that it might as well be anime.
Yeah.
Even to the point where they did the thing that I told you about that they did.
I'm too nervous to show the trailer.
Then don't.
So I'm not going to.
No, we're not going to. Sorry. So if you want to see it, go see it.
But God damn, it looks so nice.
It's a lot of work. They put a lot of effort into it. And the fact that they've dragged the original cast back from the movie, so good.
So good. So good. I'm so happy that they will come back. I dread to think how much that cost.
I honestly don't think it would cost as much as you think.
Maybe.
I think every one of them would have been happy to come back.
Yeah, probably.
it's just one of those things that you know you can go out and do $1 million budget film and you know get paid a load of money, but in the end, Scott Pilgrim is something that's going to be around for a really long time, and it's influenced a lot of generations over the years. So to not be involved with it, to turn it away because of money, would be just pure insanity.
I'm really excited to see how this first season is going to translate. I've never read the series. I've only ever watched the movie.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't read the series in full. I've read a bit, and then I've watched some like YouTube videos and stuff. So
some deep dives.
Yeah, because there was a little bit there where it was kind of hard to get your hands on the actual books.
Yeah, well, no doubt they're back to print now.
For sure. Edgar Wright's still a part of this as well, so he's coming in to do.
Right?
Yeah, so like this, I wonder actually how much involvement the OG creator has.
It's a very good question.
It kind of seems like they're getting everyone involved that's ever worked with Scott Pilgrim, and it'd be weird if you didn't include the original creator.
I don't know. I think it's become its entity, its own entity in the long run. You know, everybody sees it in a different light. And as a creator of something, sometimes when you moved on to something else, you don't necessarily want to go back.
Yeah.
And do that thing. And look, I imagine that he would have his finger in the pie.
Yeah.
He would be like, here's some money. I'll be involved in what's happening here, but only on a very light note, or, you know, if you need to know something, give me a call kind of environment. But I don't think he would be there on set, not set, but, you know, in the offices making the decisions and all that sort of stuff. Would be my thought. I don't know, man. I'm not a professional of that caliber just yet. But maybe.
Oh no, it looks like he is a part of it.
Exec?
Kind of hard to. Creator? Oh well, it'd help if I could spell his name properly.
With a W.
He's one of the Bryans that doesn't have an I in it.
What?
He's
got a Y.
Yeah, he's got a Y.
Ah, okay. I was just like, what else would be in there?
Yeah, I think he's actually writing it along with whoever the Ben David Grabinski is.
Yeah, very grabby fellow.
That's really cool, actually. I'm glad that it is literally everyone that's ever worked on. He is also one of the executive producers, yes.
Yeah.
Which there's quite a few of.
Yeah, everybody would want to get in on that. And the thing is they would have had to have pulled money from left, right, and center to actually get enough going to do it.
And who was you said that they did a nod to Beck in the
so I saw this on a Twitter feed somewhere along the lines. Sorry, X feed. And someone had cited that the intro to.
Did you send it to me?
No, I didn't. I just commented. I just sent you a comment. I'm just like, oh dang, I should have sent you an actual link to it. But there's a sequence in the intro that is a little nod to Beck, the Beck intro. So the sequence where the dog walks up the road, and then they have the faces of the characters singing, and then they fade out to the next character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sequence is in the intro for it. So it's good that they're basically acknowledging stuff that's influenced his materials. They're doing a Fujimoto.
They've even got like the wave lines, like for the music. Yeah, no, this feels. Oh, man, because I mean, this could be sacrilege because I don't know much about like the manga of Scott Pilgrim, but I would say that Scott Pilgrim and Beck are fairly similar-ish stories.
The only similarities is they've both got
Music?
a little bit of music in them.
Yeah. Well, yes. That was the part that I was thinking about.
I guess eventually, does Beck become a love story eventually? I mean, his love of music is, you know.
Nah, there's girl drama too.
Right next to the drug drama and everything else.
Well, yeah, actually, and the criminal underworld and the theft of a specific guitar, and man, Beck's a wild ride, and you never get any of that
rock and roll ride, man.
With all the with the final anime.
Yeah, so the anime is a lot cleaner.
Yeah, that
and you get that classic 90s English voice cast.
You know what?
What?
Scott Pilgrim is the opposite of Beck in the way that Beck is trying to be American. It's American trying to be Japanese.
Canadian.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's like the same vibe, but it's like the reverse.
Yeah, it's trying to get this
and I feel like they both do it well.
Which is why they're so popular. You know, they're both hitting the right notes with the right crowd, and
it's like a love story to that area of the world. Because like he was always in Beck. He was like growing. Like I mean, the anime OP is was it hit in the USA?
Yeah. So
I'm super hype. And knowing that there's like a little bit of Easter egg for Beck in there, that makes me happy. Did you end up reading?
I didn't end up reading it. I just ended up watching the anime. I know
it's good.
I should get around it. It's one of those ones that maybe I'll buy the box set if there's one out there. You're gonna tell me whether there is.
No, well, I mean maybe. So there's only 103, so it's a Fujimoto length.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a measuring tool now. Is a Fujimoto length. It's about 100 chapters.
So it's like 12. No. 18.
It's more like what? No, less.
15? 15.
Like there's 12. It's about there's 12 actually, yeah.
12?
But there doesn't appear to be a box set. But yeah, there's 12 volumes. Oh man, I'm gonna have to really quick bring this up because I really like the covers for Beck.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. It says 1 to 15.
I saw 12. That's weird. I trust you because I'm probably about to correct myself. He had such an interesting style for it's the lips, honestly. When it's in color, yeah. Oh, okay. So there's more than both of us said.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that. I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute.
34. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's starting to sound more like it.
What the hell? I swear. Oh, okay. It's just the one that was for sale is book 1 of 12. All right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yep. Anyway. So the next series, don't have a lot to talk about for this one. Did you watch the trailer that I sent you? Blue-Eyed Samurai?
Watched half of it.
It seems like you like typical like revenge story, but I think this one could be one to look out for. I feel like it's gonna hit pretty cool.
I watched it despite my vomit reaction from the choice of 3D animation. As soon as the first few frames come up, I'm just like,
swallow it, Logan.
I know, I did for like 15 seconds, and then I turned it off. No, I shouldn't say that. I just feel like it's unnecessary. You know, something like samurai-based stories should be 2D. They just should be. I feel like putting them in 3D makes them feel really disjointed and weird. It feels uncomfortable, and there's a certain mood. And I think with the likes of things like Sword of the Stranger and Ninja Scroll and stuff like that floating around, you're just like
Afro Samurai.
You're just like, why can't you just do this? It's been done. People have done it before. It's not unreasonable. Just invest the monies and do it. Because that's all it is.
I think it. Well,
no.
Actually,
so
I found
it. Point.
Were you about to talk about the same point?
Possibly. Is this
unions?
About the unions?
The good old algorithm.
The unionization of 2D animators is what gave birth to the rise of 3D animation. How disgusting is that?
I reckon that'd be a massive factor. But I mean, it obviously wouldn't have given birth to it. Just it gave.
Oh no, I think it did. I think things would still be heavily 2D animated today, with the exception of, you know, specialized
but it's a new technology would have come out.
Yeah, I know. Specialized studios would do it, but then you wouldn't have all these little tiny studios doing stuff that's attempting to look like 2D. Yeah. This is what pisses me off, is when they do the stylized design to look like cell shading 2D environments. And I'm just like, why wouldn't you just get 2D animators to do it?
So you don't like Dragon Prince either, I take it?
Dragon Prince is... Oh, wait a minute. What? Dragon Prince.
I forgot what the new title, because they kind of renamed it softly. Hang on. Like Mysteries of Avaros.
Oh.
Yeah. Because that's all 3D, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, Jesus. It's been a hot minute.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I think you might... yeah. You are right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I was thinking, I'm like, if it's not, I clearly don't know what the fuck I'm looking for.
That style was fine because they lent into the 3D element. They weren't trying to be 2D animated. It was designed and visually stylized in a particular way.
What about a Jin?
Never watched it. There's just certain things that just don't sit right.
Yeah.
And I feel like they could have done Dragon Prince in 2D, but I don't think it would have benefited from it. It wouldn't have made a difference whichever way they went. It would have had the same result.
5 seasons? Oh man, I need to catch up.
Of Dragon Prince.
Yeah, I haven't watched the latest season.
Yeah, I've only watched 2 seasons of it. So
season 4 felt really short, but it's the same runtime. But that doesn't mean anything to you because you haven't even watched season 3. So
no. And then you got things like Arcane. Have you watched Arcane?
Oh my god, Arcane was gorgeous.
So that's 3D done right. They've grabbed the technology and they've used the technology the way it was meant to be used. Instead of just trying to replicate what 2D have been doing, they've created something completely different.
Oh, whoops! Shit, I'm playing it now. I don't want to watch Arcane right now.
No, so it's just I feel like 3D has its purpose and its place, as does 2D.
Have we heard if we're getting into the season of Arcane? Because that would be super.
Yes, we are, but it took them 5 years to develop the last one.
Oh, okay, so we've only got another 3 years away then.
Yeah, something like that.
I
imagine that they're going to utilize the technology that they already have in place, but what we need to take into consideration is all of Arcane was hand painted. All the backgrounds were hand painted. All the items, the components, it's like a video game. They've gone in and hand painted everything,
which is why everything looks so nice.
Yeah,
because they didn't cut corners.
That's right. They spent the time. They did it properly. And when you've got a video game of its caliber backing you, then I guess you can take the time.
Well, yeah.
And
finally, we'll talk about Good Night. Well, that's what it was called. Oh, I forgot what it was called.
Yeah, this new Isekai series that's cropped up on.
I reckon Netflix. Jack's gonna fucking love this shit.
Probably. He loves a bit of edgy. He loves a bit of Isekai, right?
Oh, sorry. I only just missed that one. Such a good series. Oh,
yeah. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's short but sweet. And they've the character development and world building is fantastic. They've done an exceptional job.
Honestly, even if I hate League of Legends. Arcane is like top 10 animated properties for me though. That shit was so good.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
But yeah, the actual game, no, I'm good. You can keep
I have no interest. No interest whatsoever. So this new series that's cropped up, which is how we can kind of call it Isekai.
Yeah, it is because half of the series takes place in a VR game. So it's nothing really. Honestly, it kind of it feels more like the family having therapy in a VR world, to be honest. But so the premise is 4 miserable family members of a dysfunctional household have no idea that they've formed a happy family unit in an immersive VR game where all of them are like the peak players. So like they're all the Kiritos of this game. And they've formed a party at like the end game. And they're basically playing house, waiting for like the end game spawn to come or something. And it flips between the game world and real life, and the juxtaposition is just visually it's really nice. At least like the level of thought was put there. So like everything that we see in the real world is all washed out. It's very dark. It's dirty. There's a lot of trash everywhere because they're all shut-ins. obviously there's some sort of trauma that's happened. I have a feeling it's something to do with the mum because she was mentioned in this episode. The dad gets a hernia. It's not really a plot point. It is, but it's so. While they're playing, you're like, oh, this character can't show up at the moment because they've been hospitalized, and like the main character freaks out and he's like really concerned. Turns out it's his dad, but in the real world, he's like, my dad's a piece of shit. Fuck that guy.
It doesn't really matter that he's in hospital. Whatever.
That's where like the real edgy what do you call it? Like the real edgy
I guess real world is real edgy drama, pseudo psychological sort of environment.
Yeah, I don't really know where it's going. Its taglines on Netflix are cerebral, dark, emotional. At the moment, it just kind of feels edgy and like, you know, 15-year-old wearing dark coat kind of way.
The humor is kind of edgy.
There was some really good animation in it though. Specifically when they're in the VR world.
Yeah,
that was really cool. I think that there was a little bit of 3D, not a great deal.
You'll get that.
I don't think it'll be a game breaker for you. But like it might be edgy and the story might not go somewhere. At least they've actually taken time to think about the series and what certain things mean in building a scene and whatnot, as opposed to the other trash that we were watching.
Until they give powers from the virtual world, give them powers in the real world.
Well, they are all the episodes are out, so I mean, we could just binge it.
Yeah.
There's
maybe I'll have a look at it. I'll watch the first episode. I'll see if I enjoy it, and I'll probably just keep watching until I've finished because that's what I do sometimes. Whether I like it or not, I just kind of watch it.
Strong blood and gore, sci-fi themes, violence,
all the things I love.
Yeah, it seems like they're playing like an SAO type thing that also has like a lot of life sim mechanics, because the sister of the group just likes planting flowers and tending and farming, so she's kind of like playing a farming sim in a action RPG game.
Which on some occasions is possible. You can do that in some games.
It was a decent first episode.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
I'll give it a watch. We'll see what happens.
Pretty much everything that it advertises in the trailer and its tagline, it fulfills in that first episode. It doesn't feel as parody as like Eminence and Shadow.
Nothing does.
But it's almost as edgy. I really like the character designs too, actually. That was the other thing. So like when they're in the real world, they're drawn. They seem all really broken. So that's where I'm feeling like there's a lot of like trauma there. Yeah. I'm expecting to see some nice character drama from this one.
Okay.
There was another big series not super long ago that was where like everyone got isekai'd into a game and it was like an MMO. It wasn't Sword Art. Log Horizon.
Oh geez, that goes a little ways back, but yeah.
Not super old, right? You're not thinking of .hack, are you?
No, dude, that's like 20 years old.
Yeah, I know. That was the first
no.
one I thought of. I was like, nah, not that one. It was more recent than that.
Long Horizon's like 5, isn't it? 5,
I
6
mean,
years old?
it had a few seasons though.
Had 3,
4,
I think.
right?
4.
Oh
maybe.
no, you're right. 3. Yeah. Oh yeah, the first one came out 2013.
First one was really good. Second one and third ones were really struggling, I think.
I only watched the first one, to be honest. I don't think I got around to watching 2 and 3. It kind of feels like that meets Ichinose.
Oh,
maybe?
nice.
So you've got that real dark mystery underlying of like a broken family that's all literally playing house while they all hate each other IRL.
Yeah.
It's an interesting sort of concept. I don't know whether or not it's really just going to determine like how the next few episodes play out. Whether or not I'll be like, yeah, this is pretty good, or wow, this turned into some like King's
Supreme
Game
shit.
trash. So be interesting to see.
Yep.
But if you haven't already, make sure to go over and snag yourself a copy of Lady of the Swamp. Because for the next half an hour, we're still sharing. We're not sharing. Well,
early bird bizzo.
Yeah, the day 1 exclusive. Here it is. So every physical copy will be getting a little stick, and all digital copies will be getting a digital wallpaper. So get on that shit before 10 p.m. tonight. Do you want to quickly run through some weeklies and then we'll peace out?
Yeah, super quick weeklies. Right, let's go.
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man.
Because goddamn.
I almost want to stop reading this arc because I want to read it back to back.
Yeah.
I feel like waiting for it from week to week is just not. I'm loving it. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely loving the shit out of this, but it's never enough. From week to week, it's never quite enough. And I want like a couple of weeks banked up so I can just read them back to back. Can't wait to read this in physical format.
So tasty.
Because it's been the past few chapters have been really, really interesting and really breaking away at the plot that's been building. But we haven't seen our MC for a little while.
Oh yes, our other MC.
Yeah.
It's definitely shifted into high gear Denji at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it has indeed. So it's definitely giving way to, I don't want to say that he's like bent over backwards and said, "Oh yeah, sure, I'm going to give you Denji because that's what I planned all along," versus this is what everybody actually wanted, so I've bent to their desires and put him back in the story.
It does feel more purposeful though. That or he's just good at writing.
Yeah. I feel like he's definitely woven it in so it feels right. But I feel like he's put Arsa on the back burner so heavily and so quickly, especially after leaving it with that little sequence of her watching the TV.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna. Well, we had a break last week as well, so I feel like next chapter we're gonna get a little bit of her, or maybe the chapter after, because I feel like she's kind of in a position where she's all set up, for the events that are taking place.
I really feel like she's in a position where she's been manipulated so heavily.
Because what
without knowing,
maybe we're at the halfway point. Because we're at what? We're at chapter 147.
147? Yeah,
Part 1 was like 90 something.
No, he said it was going to be short, didn't he?
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did. Said it was going to be shorter. So we may even be heading towards a a conclusion.
Also, just really loved Choo Choo Money Money Karaoke Girl calling Kwang Shi senpai. That was really cute. Also, Mummy fucking Kwang Shi just breaking her legs like there's nothing, and just like
fixing it. Yeah,
I was like, ew, love it.
Did that have
Also,
anything to do with her biting her? What?
I think she took a chunk out of her.
You think
That's
what happened?
That's what I kept looking at anyway. I kept looking to see if there was like a chunk missing out of her, but they never actually
show.
Because she chomps, gulps, and then her legs heal.
She gulps.
Mm.
Oh, it does too. I didn't see the little English word in the corner.
Because I was like, I think this is what's happened. So I was like scanning the entire page, like zooming. I'm like, is that what's going on happened? Because it all happens really quick.
It does.
Chainsaw Man's going off. Also, they've changed the cover on Manga Plus. I didn't notice that.
They changed all the covers on Manga Plus, though.
I mean, not all of them. Most of them have got new covers.
Most of them. Dan to Dan. Oh, that thing hit me. Those resulting pages. I'm just like, oh, it stings. It stings a little. It was.
It's a lot of bleed over. Did we just add another member to the group? Do you think?
Pretty much. Maybe.
Hope.
Kind of hope so. She's fun.
Yeah, the cast is getting pretty big though.
Yeah, I know. But that's the super team, man.
Yeah,
Superpower team. They're gonna start a band.
JJK. That shit's gone. Actually, a lot of the big ones that are kind of feel like they're wrapping up. I don't know where Sakamoto is going after this arc, if there will be an after this arc.
I personally hope he takes a break.
I kind of feel like it could be heading towards its conclusion. Like, still like another 50 chapters out, maybe, but I feel like we're getting close. Like, I don't feel like it's meant to be like a huge series, even though it's
I don't. I feel like it's not. Yeah, not 200 to 300.
We're already at the 140.
Yeah, I think you're right. The conclusion of the Slur/X arc should be coming up soon. But yeah, I hope that he takes a break sometime soon, because it hasn't stopped. It's been going for 141 chapters. It's just weekly.
It's had the occasional week off, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't hear much about it going on hiatus. Our favorite animated series, which is brand spanking new out of the ranks, is.
Sorry, I'm too busy looking at One Piece.
Yeah.
Mama
Yu. You said you weren't up to date.
I know. I wanted to hear your thoughts.
I'm still loving it.
Yeah.
I'm still loving it. I actually really, really love that the world that they're constructing is very unique, and it's still giving me Blue Exorcist vibes.
Okay.
And I don't know why. It's got that similar kind of.
Spoil it for me, Logan. Was it a test?
No.
Oh, he is bad? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the next issue is going to be our mustachioed master in action.
Interesting. All right.
Which I can't wait to see a full-fledged devil from the devil military actually in action. That's what I want to see. I want to see the pros going at it. I don't want to see the kids fighting.
I'm a little bit behind with Akane. It's much of the same. I'm really enjoying the characters. That's pretty much the whole point of it at this point.
She looks like she's a little bit more grown up in that image.
She's definitely.
Or?
I mean, she's out of high school.
Yeah.
It's all in the career path now. No, she's still the same.
Yep. Cool. Okay.
My Hero Academia is also going on break, I believe. Also, absolutely well deserved. Incredible shit coming out of My Hero Academia lately. I love all of it. It's gorgeous. It's going to be something special when it ends.
Yeah, it'll be one of those series that really is the one that has broken the boundaries on kind of like Naruto, the way it's in its generation and when it was released, it broke boundaries and introduced kids that weren't into anime. And My Hero, I feel like My Hero's done the same thing, has pulled kids in that weren't, fans of anime, that pulled them across to becoming one of us. One of us.
Now Kagurabachi, which numbers wise is doing pretty damn well.
Still very well.
Like it's actually above Chainsaw Man in the current rankings on
it's got like a week.
I don't know.
It's got like 3 days ahead.
It's been out for like a minute.
3 days ahead. Kagurabachi is fun.
I'm really digging it.
What's the vibe I'm getting from it?
It's really goofy, and it plays the straight really well, and it plays the goof so well, and they balance out
vibes. It's got like that balance of seriousness and goofiness. You're right. It's like if you smooshed Jujutsu and Spy Family together. Yes, Bleach as well. One of us. It's an interesting vibe, and it's very, very easy to read because it's relatively light on text, big on action, and the panels are quite large.
Every time I read it, I'm just thinking, damn, I can't wait to see this animated.
I think that's the vibe it's going for. That's what it's looking for. It's looking for anime, looking for adaptation.
I love all the world building and lore and stuff they're laying down. Yeah. It looks nice. Everything about it is just hitting all the marks.
It's hitting well. It is. It's really hitting well.
I'm also a little bit behind with that. Isn't it weird to think that Elusive Samurai and Sakamoto came out like within 10 weeks of each other?
I know. All this stuff is it's crazy how close they were together.
And Witch Watch came out the same week as Elusive Samurai.
I remember reading it. Kind of around the same time.
I'm also really looking forward to the anime for that. That's gonna be fun.
MMA.
Yeah, I already talked about Undead Unlock earlier. MMA is doing so much fun. 19 already?
Yeah.
Dang. And I've just been having fun.
Like it. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it at all.
I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's solidified.
The current fight is fascinating. And I keep saying this, it reminds me so much of the boxing series.
Hajime Ippo?
Yeah, that's the one. It reminds me a lot of it.
Oh, nice. In a good way, bad way?
Good way. It's got those similar vibes where it's coming from this inexperienced kid going into a world that he hasn't, Punch Out?
Yeah, the NES game. With Little Mac. It's basically the same story, right?
No.
It's Rocky.
No, it's not even Rocky. It's not. Maybe if they did Rocky from the very, very, very beginning.
All right.
Not like when Rocky's about to go pro. like the years the years leading up to Rocky.
Oh, okay.
I like the fact that he's been properly challenged. We've got an antagonist that feels like a friend of the protagonist at the same time, which is very similar to Ippo. Was the same. He had a rival in the gym, which he considered friend and a rival at the same time. It's the same.
I hope he loses.
I hope he loses too, and I think he will, because it's
he's clearly got a concussion. He needs to
do. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude's out like a light.
So. And I feel like it's painting it in a way where the audience is rooting for Tiger. Everyone's kind of like, Tiger needs this.
He needs it. He's right. He doesn't have the nepotism of having a brother that's, up in the higher ranks. He's an orphan that, has fought his way to get where he is, even if he's got a shitty guy in the corner. He's doing what he can to get where he can. I just don't like the fact that he headbutted. That felt a little bit against his code. Or whether he did it on purpose or not, I'm not.
Yeah, that was the thing that I wasn't 100% on, whether or not it was intentional, because it didn't.
Yeah, because if you get punched in the side like that, you're gonna.
It looked like he was kind of like, he was like springing up.
Yeah.
I need to quickly look at it again.
It was a good sequence, and it was clear that Asmi had given up. Kind of, and I love the way his grandfather's like, no, he hasn't given up. He's just relaxed.
No, he's clearly got a concussion, bro.
Dude's out like a light.
But, see,
and the thing is I keep referencing this back to Ippo, but he does the same thing in Ippo. He gets knocked out, but he continues to fight because that internal mechanism that is trained so rigorously takes over, and it just continues without any sort of consciousness.
You reckon this is going to be like new age Ippo?
I hope. I mean, a lot of the training and all that sort of stuff is, of course, completely different. Characters and that they're working with are completely different.
Because that was like started in the 80s, right?
90s, I think. Ippo. I think
late 80s. It looks 80s.
Yeah, it's definitely got the same visual vibe.
Yeah, 89.
Yeah, okay.
October of 89, so practically 90s.
Yeah.
Ichinose, I haven't actually kept up with Icehead Gill. We already spoke about Ichinose. It's amazing. I'm so excited for the next chapter, which is the last. Especially after the way that 47 just ended, I was just like, bro, what?
Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on this in a physical format, because I think reading this series back to back, because when I read the last one, I read it back to back, and it was spectacular. So reading this back to back is going to make so much more sense than what we're reading it week to week, and I think that it's a better benefit for his story writing technique versus the week to week. I think he's better off doing the Trojan X style release format and just dropping like 4 chapters at once.
Yeah, the chunky ones.
Yeah,
I want to get physical copies of Tokopi's.
Yeah, I wish we could get our hands on those.
Are they out? Surely they are.
Meant to be. They were talking about releasing them last year.
I know, and then I didn't hear anything about them.
No. And quickly, Magical Girl Tsubame is hitting all the notes for me, man. It really is. It's just weird.
Still
and janky and all the bizarre I like. And And the language they're using is just so goofy.
Oh,
and out
it comes
there.
out in like 20 days.
Ah, nice. Viz?
Mm.
Nice.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
welcome, Kieran.
Hey, Kieran.
You realize you're on the show, right?
Come on, guys, finish it up. Okay. We're good.
I thought you were still talking about Subumi.
I want to talk about Subame because you haven't read it, so it's hard to.
No, I'm still
bounce
a
off
few chapters
because
behind.
it's not your. I know it's not your vibe.
No, I just I've been sick.
No, I don't. I don't think it is.
No, I
Nothing
like
is.
it.
I know you like it. It's just a bit weird.
Here we go.
It doesn't seem like your thing. That's all. You know.
All right.
What? What about Kaiju, man? Oh,
Kaiju
anyway.
is doing amazing. Oh, Trusty says hi, Karen. So just before we do leave, for episode 69, the sexiest episode, which we didn't actually talk about any of the.
I know we were meant to talk about dirty stuff, but we just didn't get around to it.
So we got 29 days to go, but jump on over now before the day one exclusive wraps up, so you can snag yourself some freebies. But just to remember, we've got digital copies of the comic for $15, physical for $35, and then all of the variations. So we got variant covers, the enamel pin, retail bundles, digital bundles of all of our comics. Well, sorry, a selection of our comics, I should say. Our foil variant cover, and our special
sketch bundles,
sketch rewards,
and get yourself
original art.
So many, there's so many bundles, so many things to select from in here.
And finally, the design your own cover, which is the one that I'm excited to hear about. So hopefully someone picks that up.
It's only one. We've only got one of those.
Only one.
Spend some quality time with me.
That'd be so hot and steamy. But yes, help become create a Australian horror manga that will be remembered for all time. It's going to be super fantastic. The government is backing us, so when we make our goal of $5,000, they're going to double it. Help us with production, and yeah, it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
Join us, be a part of the team.
We love the team.
I accidentally shut it down because I wanted to. No, it's not right because now there we go. Link is in the live chat. Make sure to check it out, share it with your friends. All the support you can lend is helpful and much appreciated.
We love it.
I've been Brad.
I've been Logan.
And we'll see you next week on episode 70 of Read This Way at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Times. And get the spooky. Get the spooky.
Have a good night.
Get the spooky girl.
Yeah.
Leave now, before it's too late.